What's up, guys? Back again with another wrestler profile for you guys. Today I'm going to talk about Jake the Snake Roberts. A lot of you guys, when you think of Jake the Snake Roberts, you think of all the negative stuff, all the drug-related stuff that is going on in his life right now. But, you know, in the 1980s, Jake Roberts was a huge star. You know, and Jake Roberts doesn't necessarily get or got the credit that he deserved in the industry. Jake Roberts was definitely a workhorse. He was one that was there to get over people, to, you know, be in the picture, the WWF picture with, title picture with Hulk Hogan. He was a man that could definitely put, you know, that next star over. If you look at what Jake Roberts did, you know, his in-ring persona was so sinister, so, you know, he could speak so fluently on the mic, and he wouldn't even have to do anything else. He could just say one promo, and that was it. That was the lead-up for the whole match, just the way that he did stuff. If you think about his wrestling abilities, he had amazing in-ring abilities. He made the DDT look like it was the best move on the planet. And, you know, the DDT nowadays is used all the time and played off. You know, people get up from it. But if you look at how Jake Roberts used to do it, Jake Roberts definitely knew how to pull off the DDT. He definitely knew how to sell the DDT. If you look at some of the people that Jake Roberts went up against, you know, his feud with Ravishing Rick Rude. Basically, Ravishing Rick Rude picked Jake the Snake Roberts' wife out of the crowd because Rick Rude's part of his ring entrance was to pick random girls to kiss them or do whatever. And he happened to pick Jake Roberts' wife. And I know that it's a storyline, but that's what happened in the storyline. Jake Roberts' wife slapped Rick Rude. Storyline started. You know, Rick Rude ended up wearing tights with Jake the Snake Roberts' wife's face on it. You know, the storyline between those two, because those two were the major two workhorses in the company that were mid-carders that put people over, they had amazing chemistry in the ring. Amazing. Those two knew how to feed off of each other perfectly. But even if you go back before his feud with Rick Rude, you know, Jake Roberts had something similar to the Piper's Pit. He had The Pit, which was an interview segment where he brought people, you know, on, interviewed them, talked about what storylines, to build storylines more or less. But, you know, when Jake Roberts was in that pit, no one was better on the mic than Jake Roberts. No one. And the whole persona with him, with the snakes and stuff like that, just added the fuel to the fire that it needed to, you know, electrify. Every word that he said was so slowly spoken, but spoken specifically to the point that it needed to be spoken. And, you know, Jake Roberts could make anyone look good. Look at his segment with Macho Man when the Cobra jumped out of the, you know, the present at their wedding, supposed wedding, at Survivor Series. You know, that was one of the points where, you know, you could definitely see where Jake Roberts was taking off. You know, his feud with The Undertaker, where he was like, excuse me one second. Sorry, where he was like, you know, Undertaker, are you with me or are you against me? And at that point, you know, Undertaker goes, I'm not with you. And they had their whole feud too, like at WrestleMania. Jake the Snake Roberts went against The Undertaker and sold The Undertaker again. Another key point of how, you know, Jake the Snake Roberts always put people over. He put over the Ultimate Warrior. They had an amazing segment where the Ultimate Warrior was trapped and possessed and whatever else. And Jake Roberts was the key center point of that. And then, of course, he would go to WCW and have feuds with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, where, you know, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat would come out with this huge dragon thing, and Jake the Snake Roberts had his python. Once again, you know, he was there to actually add that certain it factor to his persona. So, that's been my profile on Jake the Snake Roberts. You guys let me know what you think about him. Comment below. Please sub. Peace.